So my mom ends up going and getting the surgery, and I told her don't do it. My husband told her don't do it. I even told the doctors like she's not well enough. She's not. Um, I don't think she could take it. I think she's too fragile. Like right now, like with her not eating and her not really sleeping and her you could just see that she's kind of just like given up a little bit since my brother had passed. So it was just like, okay, I don't think I know you need this surgery, but I'm like, I don't think it's the right time. She gets it done anyways. So she gets it done, and when she gets it done, she goes home like the next day, and I'm like, why you should be still in the hospital. But the doctor was like, no, she's fine. So they let her release. I go pick her up. I take her to the house. But then I tell her, like, why don't you stay with me? And it would make it easier because then you don't have the kids, you don't have any of that. Like, you don't have to stay in the house and everything else. So the thing is like, my mom at this time is more of a hoarder, and the house is, I'm sorry, but the house is disgusting. The house smells. There's too much like crap all over the floor. There's things everywhere. You can barely get into a house. And her bedroom is the same thing. It has everything everywhere, food everywhere. Like, there's just so much stuff. I've never wanted to see my mom live like that. Never. But it just ended up being like that. And the houses that you see that are hoarder houses that you go into and you like can't even move, yeah, that's how my mom's house was. And then by the bed of her where I had moved the TV after she passed, I saw like all the black mold that was in there, and I'm like, no wonder she got sick. So besides her having COVID, besides her being regular sick, she got a staph infection. And so she was to the point where she couldn't breathe or anything like that. Um, she was in the room, and my nephew tells me that TT, that Oma's not breathing right, and I'm like, what do you mean Oma's not breathing right? And Oma in German is grandma. And so I was like, where's your mom? And he's like, on the couch. I'm like, okay, go get your mom. And so I asked his girlfriend, which their mom, to go check on my mom, and she told me, oh, mom's okay, I just checked on her. And I was like, could you please just go check on her? And so when you go to check on her, she's not breathing. So they have to go call 911. And they call 911, get her out of there. When they get her out of there, she ends up having a heart attack and a stroke in the ambulance. So they take her to the hospital.